What is up, everybody? It is your boy King Jives in the building. Listen, it's your boy King Jives, aka Demario. Listen, I am in a remote area, but don't worry about that. But listen, let's go ahead and get started with the show. Like always, sit back, relax, make sure you share that video, and guess what? Let's get started with the show.
Hey y'all, tonight I'm going to be on the King Jive Show. Make sure you guys tune in. Be sure to subscribe on his YouTube channel. Catch me tonight at 5 p.m. PST, 8 o'clock EST. It's going down, y'all. Let's go.
What is up, everybody? Hope all is well. Listen, I am so pleased and happy that you all are here with me on tonight. Like always, remember the house rules. Make sure you share. Hit that like button. If you're on Facebook, make sure you subscribe. Hit that follow button, like button. If you are over on YouTube, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and also share. At the bottom of the screen, let me just take care of these house rules real quick because I don't want to have to cuss nobody out and I don't want to have to go off. We try to act right, y'all. We got guests. Not that really nothing mad at all. But anyways, y'all know what I'm trying to say. House rules, listen, at the bottom of your screen right here. Please hit that like button over here on YouTube, okay? Just come on in, hit the like button. Let's keep going from there. Listen, it is indeed, you all, we did a show this morning, and right after I did my show this morning, I had to run out because I'm on the other side of Florida right now. But anyways, I want to just say again to each and every last one of you all, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for supporting the show. I have had the pleasure to meet a lot of wonderful people in my life. I ain't met Lil Nas yet, but somebody else have. Lil Nas don't want to see me because I'm telling you, I might be divorced or something. I don't know. But no, seriously, y'all. This artist is absolutely amazing. I actually got in touch with them because they shared something of mine, and then we inboxed, where I inboxed them, and it was me, y'all. It was me. I inboxed them, and they had been watching. I said, let me tell you something. What I want y'all to understand is this: the blessing about a lot of these connections is that they happen accidentally, and then again, they may not happen accidentally. They happen on purpose. Okay, y'all know about divine connection. All right. Anyways. I'm going to play this next video, and I want you guys, I'm going to bring her right on up after this. Sunkee Angel is an amazing artist, you all. And right after this brief, and I mean brief video, I'm going to bring her right on up.
What's up? It's your girl, Sunkee Angel, right here behind the scenes of Lil NasX, Down South Hoes. We just got through wrapping up the music video. Listen, Alien Nation, y'all know y'all are my aliens. Shout out to Alien Nation, all my fans, my supporters. But I need to tell y'all something. Lil NasX remix featuring Sunkee Angel, produced by me, shot by my team, Trans Alien Studios. Y'all know my production company. I need y'all to make sure y'all spread this like wildfire. Okay, I need y'all to spread this like wildfire, because when I tell y'all I dominated, it's gonna be crazy. Stay tuned, because we're gonna make Lil Nas good. Shout out to Lil Nas. I know the song is not out, so this is just a remix. This is fair use. This is not a song that will be on Spotify or iTunes. This is going to be on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and all of that. You gone? Come here, baby. Yes, we wrapping up, honey. Come on in here real quick. It's gonna be lit, right?
It's gonna be lit.
It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. Y'all know what time it is. All right, I don't want to leave. I want to get left. But y'all stay tuned. Let's go. Let's go, y'all. All right.
Working 10 toes down and they won't stop twerking. Southside niggas on 10, they lurking. Looking at my friends like versions. Wasted, faded,
Sunkee Angel.
Oh shoot! Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Y'all listen. Let's welcome Sunkee Angel. How are you doing?
What's up? What's going on?
Nothing much. I just first of all want to just say thank you so much for taking the invitation, and first of all, I appreciate the conversation that we had. You know, we can relate to a lot of things, and I appreciate the conversation. A lot of times, we're just so interested in getting people on our platform, and we don't never talk to them, and we don't never
Right.
get to know the person. But I got a chance to know you, and amazing person. Listen, Jive Nation, listen, y'all make sure y'all show some love in the comments section. So show Sunkee Angel some love, y'all. Listen, this is my new sister. This is my new sister. So, but I would love for you to tell us a little bit about yourself. I don't want to play this next video until we just get to know you first.
Absolutely. So most people know me as Auntie Jackie. Some people might have known me as Digidoo. Previously, before I started out, a lot of people, I started out in Montgomery, Alabama. A lot of people knew me as Digidoo before I began to come into my full truth as a transgender woman. And of course, I've been in the game for a while now. Just marking my territory and letting the world know that, trans women, trans people in general, deserve to be in the same spaces as regular people because we're regular people.
Mhm.
Yeah. So,
Okay, that's good. I got a chance to. I looked at your stuff, before we talked, and while we were messaging each other, I was like, "Let me see who the hell this goddamn Sunkee Angel is." First, I was calling you Suki. I was like, "Who the fuck is Suki?" Let me see.
some
I was like,
people,
"Oh,
some
okay,
people get it confused. Some people say, because Suki with the good Gucci, you know what I mean?
right."
We our names is very similar. So, but yeah, Sankey.
So I'm over here looking. I was like, "Okay, she
But
done
I've
did a
been
few
following you for a
things."
while. I've been following you for a while,
Really?
and yeah, I've been following you for a while. So it was kind of dope that you actually hit me up. You know what I mean? I definitely love what you do. I love your voice as well. I think our messages are very similar.
Right. You had told me, you said you saw. I would pull it up, for the people to see, because I'm
Yes,
out
that's
here
right.
working in these streets,
You know what I say? Anytime you have an opportunity to bring that type of power to the forefront, I think is because that was power. You woke the room up at the caucus. It was at the caucus, right? The
It
caucus?
was at the black. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was at the Democratic LGBT caucus. Yes.
Right, right.
And the thing about that is that I went there. Nobody treated me. I paid my own way. Shit, the hotel room was high. The tickets was high as fuck. And
Okay,
I made my way and got on up in there. But I went and I was a little discouraged. I was happy to be there,
okay.
but I was a little let down because I didn't see a lot of us.
Right,
I like the performers came out and they were us, but it wasn't a lot of us. It wasn't a lot of black or people of color representation.
hmm,
And so that particular night, I was just kind of like, I got the mic because I was like, is there anybody else got something? I was like,
right. What my people? What we at?
let me walk on up into the mic. Felt like I was in church. Thank you, praise the Lord. And I
It
was
was
just
church. It was church. You made it church though.
like,
You did that.
I was just like, I appreciate all of this. Thank you. I think this is absolutely amazing. But I'm a little saddened because I don't see no black people.
Right,
I don't see no people of color up in here. And when I say people of color, I'm talking about all people of color.
right.
And so, I had said that night, I was like, I think what the Democratic caucus and whatever you're in, in these spaces. I think those spaces are really good, but it's sad that the representation in these spaces are middle-aged white people and old white people. And the
Always.
thing, it's like these people are fighting for LGBTQ rights. And the sad part about that also is they fighting for the BLM.
Right.
And it's like, y'all, we gotta show ourselves and get out there and get involved,
Hmm.
because if we don't, it's gonna be these same people. You're gonna be out here hollering, talking about white folks, but it's these same white folks that's out here fighting for you. And if you got a problem with that, you need to show your ass up to the
I know
table.
that's right. I know that's right. I know that's
So,
right.
but y'all, Sunkee, I'm sorry. Y'all, but Sunkee has been out here for a minute making music, been out here tearing up the internet streets, social media, and a beautiful soul. And, I just happened to come across her because she came across me. And I was just checking her stuff, and I'm like, let's hear this music. Y'all listen. Y'all sleep on these trans girls. Y'all sleep on the transgress. Okay, listen.
Don't worry about it, baby. I'm waking them up slowly but surely. Trust them, they waking up. It's been a
I,
slumber, but it's okay. It's been a slumber party actually, but we finna wake it up. We
I
got to wake
want
it up.
I want to show you all this video. And did I put other video? Yes, I did. Hold on. Yeah, I did. Here we go. Let's do this.
Thought I was asleep. Well, I'm about to wake it the fuck up.
I need 1 million once.
Everybody is going crazy over Sunkee Angel dropping a remix to Lil NasX Down South Holes.
You ready? All right, let's do this shit. Sunkee Angel. Yeah, I be popping and shaking. Look at my booty vibrating. Niggas be staring in the club while they bitches be hating. Listen, I'm from Montgomery,
I
Alabama.
was
It don't get no
listen.
more
I
gay
was
out
ready.
here.
Wait a
To all my
minute.
aliens out there, y'all better mark y'all calendar for June the 2nd, baby. It's going down.
You can't just throw it out there like that and then girl, wait. I was about to call you, be like, can I hear the rest of this song? But y'all, listen, I want you all to go and support Suki. I keep wanting to call you Suki. Y'all go and support Sunkee. Please forgive me for doing it. I'm so sorry. Y'all
It's
go and
okay.
support Sunkee. And baby, it's on almost all major platforms. All major platforms
Not
except
yet. Not yet. It's going to be. This is not going to be on Spotify. This is not my personal song. This is Lil Nas. So the song is not even out yet. So
right.
this is the remix before the actual release. Okay, and this is
Oh.
strategy for me because I'm also trying to manifest me. We trying to. I'm working some magic. Okay, just know
Mhm,
that.
mhm,
But it's
mhm.
going to be on SoundCloud, YouTube, TikTok, not Spotify, YouTube, everywhere else but iTunes and Spotify.
Okay, that's good. Listen, I'm excited for you. Listen, when I heard that much, I was like, I need the rest of this. I don't really do. I
Well,
need. I
it's all good. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. But you gotta wait. You gotta wait now. You gotta wait like everybody else now.
So, Sunkee, tell us about your journey. I know you talked about Digidoo,
Yes.
and just who is Digidoo and where did Digidoo come from, and because like me and you, we connected on a level of similarities.
Mm-hmm.
And, we talked about a lot of stuff, but what is your journey to get to Sunkee Angel?
So for me, um, and I'm pulling up a picture here, so because for some people, I'm just so you all can see. For those who don't know, I don't know if you guys. This is like one picture here. I don't know if you guys can see that.
You want to send it to me and I'll post it?
Yeah, either or, either or. I'm just post
Text
so
to me.
y'all can see. Um, so Digidoo for me was someone who had to create an identity out of survival because I'm from Montgomery, Alabama. And even though I love home, it's bittersweet at the same time. For a lot of us, home can be bittersweet for us. May
Mhm.
not be for everybody, but I feel like most people who have dealt with a lot of trauma and have come from a lot of turmoil because of roles that you might have had to play to, appease family, please them, and all that type of stuff. So for me, that was kind of like my thing. Diggy Doo was my grandfather's name, actually. He was the
Mhm.
president over all the radio stations in the United States and the Virgin Islands. He was very close with Michael Jackson's father, and they worked at the steel mill together in Gary, Indiana. So he had a lot of power in the industry, pushing records and breaking records. He broke records such as like who was it out of Lionel Richie, the group, I forget the name, but you know what I'm talking about. He broke all their records and stuff like that. So my family kind of put that pressure on me, being the quote unquote only boy in my family. My mom wanted a son really bad, so they quite naturally, coming from where I'm from, they try to put a lot of pressure on you to kind of to follow the footsteps of your grandfather, and to keep this family image up. So I had to kind of like, mm, you know, kind of like try to fill his shoes, I guess. I don't know. I guess they tried to create another carbon copy of who he was through me. I don't know. I feel like in a lot of black families specifically, they want people to grow up to be like, oh, you're going to be like your daddy. You're going to be like your granddaddy. So I kind of felt this need to be like my grandfather and in my own way. So Diggy Doo was his name, and I took that on and I made it my own persona, but that wasn't the real me. This is how I've always wanted to show up, but I was afraid, very afraid, literally scared shitless to live in my identity, my true identity as a transgender woman.
Mhm.
So I left and moved from Montgomery, Alabama, came to Los Angeles, and I came here in 2012. I started my career here, and I was able to flourish. I've been flourishing ever since. It has been, of course, we all have our journeys and rocky moments. That's just life in general. I don't care who you are, where you come from, how much money you got, if you're broke, rich, whatever. We all have those, bumpy roads. Sometimes going through life. And it has been very, very crazy. But I'm still here and I'm kicking and I'm still releasing music and I still got my foot on these bitches' necks.
you know, it's funny that you said that about your family because, like I told you, I don't have that particular story because, you know, um, when I, decide to be honest about my truth, my folks, I was, it was told to me, like my grandmother said, when you gonna tell us? I was like, huh?
Right.
And I was like, and then, it was like when that whole situation happened, it was kind of like, we had the conversation. She was like, boy, we've been new. We love you. And I'm like, I'm heavy. I'm deep. Like, I'm talking about deep, deep in the church.
Mm-hmm.
And, she was like, babe, we've been new. Your mama knew, your daddy knew, your uncle knew, your granddad. I was like, man, what you gonna tell me? After that, I was just free. I was like, babe, anybody got something to say about me? I do not care. And
Right.
people feel like, because you're in your truth, in your freedom, that you're pushing it in someone else's face. And
Mm-hmm.
that's quite contrary
Mm-hmm.
because
It's just
to
that they're so used to people being in the shadows. When they see somebody tapping into their own personal power, that offends them because they feel like you're supposed to stay in your place. You're not supposed to come from the shadows. You're not supposed to own something that we shamed or that's supposed to be deemed as abominable. You know what I mean? That's not what you're supposed to be proud of. You're not supposed to be proud to walk in that. because it's a sin to certain people. You know what I mean? Not everybody. Everybody don't think that way, but for the most part, well, I'm from the people who have bashed me for being who I am. I feel like that's the main reason people don't like to see transgender people stepping into that. Just LGBT people. I feel like not just trans, but mostly I feel like trans because of where we are in this time right now. I feel like they're directly attacking trans people specifically. Not to take away anything from gay people at all. But I'm just saying right now, where we at currently, it seems like there's an attack on trans women for some reason. And anytime they see somebody stepping into any type of power, it's that you're supposed to stay in your place. What are you doing up there on this platform? You stay over there. This is not it. You coming for our kids, no. Y'all coming with an agenda. They using Zaya Wade, it's like it's always, they trying to use the trans people as this thing, and it's like, y'all taking over our sports. But for me, I can't speak for nobody else, but I can't speak for Sunkee Angel. I'm actually here to, if I can, try to bridge a gap between transgender women and biological. Some people don't like to be called cis, but there was a term that let me also get on that, if you don't mind. That was a term that they termed. Some of this stuff is not like us, it's the other people. Some people might say the toilet paper people, or whatever, the napkin people. It whatever it was, child, whatever you call it, honey. But it's not
carton paper people.
Yes, it's not. It's not us. We're just going. But they use certain words to define certain things that's in the dictionary. So we go along with the times, okay? But it's not us that is doing that. It's them, okay? But yeah, I just think that when you start to try to, come more into who you are as a person, they're gonna attack you. Because of you standing in your personal power. A lot of people don't like that. They're not gonna like it.
I 100% agree with that. I want to just take a moment just to say thank you to so many people that's on. I see my brother Darius. I see Valerie, Brown Sugar, Miss Sandra. What's up, Tiffany? P. Shanda, what's going on over there? She was in California. She over there in Carolina now. What's up, everybody? Miss Katina, what is up? Respective Angel Radio. Quan, what is up, everybody? Hope all is well. Listen. Make sure you share this interview. Share. I'm telling y'all, Sunkee Angel is doing amazing stuff, you all. And listen, this is just a little stop in her journey to stardom, y'all. So listen, just know, y'all, she was on the King Jazz. Oh, goddamn it, baby. That's King right. Jazz was some shit over here. But in your story. Hey y'all, in your story, and me, you were talking about this, like we work very hard as individuals, and I don't, because people try to say that, jobs, you allow people to do. I'm like, let me tell you something. I love everybody, period. Mm-hmm. I'm a grown gay man, and I respect everybody. Whatever your journey is, your journey may not be mine and mine may not be yours.
Absolutely.
But I do believe transgender females, transgender males have it really hard. Y'all have it so much harder than
it's crazy.
Than just gay males.
I have gone through things as a trans woman that I didn't go through because, I was quote unquote gay at first. I was, for some of us, it kind of happens in stages where we come into identity. So some people, they might know early on and they transition early, but some people, they might, grow as a gay person and then they evolve further. And that was my story. But even as a gay artist, when I was Digidoo, I had my challenges, but it's never been to the point that it's been now as a trans person. It's like, I feel like people will probably be more okay with me being a gay artist, looking like a man, walking like a man, talking like a man. But when I actually said no, that actually wasn't me. That was not me. That was me living out of fear, trying to plead. That was an identity I had to create out of fear. That wasn't me. Even though a lot of people knew that. A lot of people knew. Some people knew. But I was struggling because I was scared to live in it. And now that I'm living in it, it's like I got the people that's, that teased me in school and people that made fun of me saying, you act like a girl. Why do you look like a girl? You act like a girl back in school. It's like, okay, now I'm a girl. now you want to remind me, oh no, you a man. It's like, so which way you want it? Which way do you want it? You know what I mean? So some people, that either way, a lot of people won't be, honestly, they won't, whichever way you go, a lot of people won't be satisfied because it's a personal issue that they have within themselves. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It'll never be good enough for certain people. I could go back and say, you know what, I'm straight, and they're going to make fun of me. If I detransition right now and say, you know what, I've been delivered, God didn't change my life.
We do not have no Andrew Caldwells. We don't want y'all. Mm-mm.
Okay. But if I'm just saying, like, be damned if you do that. Even if I did decide to live my life like they saying I'm supposed to, they're gonna come right back around and be like, oh, what is this?
They're gonna have an issue with you regardless.
It's gonna be an issue, and I had to accept it. And when I started to accept that, regardless of who I was, they was gonna have an issue. That freed me a lot, because at the end of the day, it's about how I feel comfortable within myself. If I leave it up to them to determine who I'm supposed to be, I look like a goddamn a cabbage patch with my hair snatched every way, eyebrow be up here, my mouth, that eye be all twisted and tangled in a web, in their web.
You know what, Sunkee, this is my synopsis of all of, hey babe, I see you, Tangi, what's going on, everybody? What I've learned is, and I know we say this in the church world, babe, we are anointed for this. We are gifted. We are talented people. And I really believe, and I've come to grips with this, people can't handle that.
Absolutely.
When you are told and develop into the flower that you're supposed to be, and you start making strides within your life, people can't take it.
Because they want you. It's almost like when they first meet you as this caterpillar, they tend to keep you locked up in a cage as that caterpillar. And time you start sprouting, one wing come out over here, one wing over here, and they start to actually see that you're actually right before their eyes, like literally transfer. Like I said, for me, there were times when people who grew up with me when I was in junior high school, elementary, they knew I was very feminine, and then they started to see me change. When you grow, you might go from kindergarten to, you kind of, even if you change schools, people know you from when you was a child. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people watched me grow, and then I got to high school, and that's when I kind of learned that, okay, this is wrong. I need to change, or that's what I was told. And I always felt that they told me it was wrong, but when I got to high school, that was like the point where it was like, okay, I got to be straight. I got to be delivered. It started hitting me really hard because they was pushing this stuff into my family. They was telling me, you can't be this way. This is not right in the eyesight of God. You got to change. That's how they made me feel about that. So I felt like I needed to wear a beard, quote unquote. So now it's like crazy. Even then, people was trying to clock my teeth like, you're not straight. Same thing, how they pretty much Andrew Caldwell me. Like, we know you're not straight. Like, but I'm like, no, God delivered me. I'm not like that no more. But now that I'm actually living in my truth, it seemed like it made a lot of people more angry. It's like y'all wanted me to live in my truth, but now I'm living in my truth, and it's y'all more angry. I'm confused. It goes back to what you're saying. It's like people really don't want the truth, and that's what I think I've learned. A lot of people they want to lie. Started with family members, the Black family, Black society. A lot of people, a lot of people want a lie. They would rather deal with the lie, because if they have to face the truth, that means they would have to also accept it. A lot of people don't want to have to accept the truth, so they rather not accept whatever or whoever. They don't want to accept that. So yeah, I think also too, when you step into your truth, it also, sometimes a lot of people, it makes them look at themselves. I've discovered on my journey, me coming into my truth has made a lot of people self-reflect on who they are or who they aren't. So it can be, walking in your truth can be very very intimidating to people who have not really tapped into the depths of their soul. And I think when you're trans, we have to go an extent that the average person don't have to go within ourselves, because we know that we're not in alignment with our physical, our brain and bodies are not in alignment, which a lot of people keep saying, oh, they talk as if like it's a mental illness. Call it whatever you want to call it. But one thing about me, I can't speak for nobody else but myself. This is how I've always felt. Even I'm talking from as little as I can remember, honey. It was always me. I always knew I was different. I knew I felt like a girl on the inside. You know what I mean? This is something, it wasn't something that was poured into me or pushed into me, or I saw something on TV and said, you know what, I want to be a girl one day. It was just something that I've always felt within. So scientifically, it's been proven that our brains are also showing the white matter of the sex in which we feel on the inside. So to me, that would also validate me even more.
Well, you know, they always say this, and I do believe this is true. We are spiritual beings having a humanistic experience.
Yeah.
And so whatever we are spiritually, it just manifests on the outside. So, you know, I mean, people try to make fun of it or whatever the case may be. But what I do,
but I feel like people will be more like when they see somebody with a birth defect or somebody who's handicapped, people be more like, I've seen people be more like accepting of somebody who's intersex because they can see that it's a physical condition. You know what I mean? That somebody was born with. But I don't understand why people cannot see the same thing with trans people. We all start out as female in the womb anyway. So why is it so difficult to understand that some of us actually are going back to what we started out as?
They don't want to have that conversation.
They don't want to have that conversation because they're not ready. Because having that conversation means that, like I said, then they would have to evolve. And a lot of people don't want to evolve. The real war, honestly, and I'm going to get real deep with you because I'm a very deep person. I hope you don't mind. This is church. Anyway, that's the gag. I'm not even Christian. I'm spiritual, but I'm going to still have church when I go to places. It's spiritual for me. And I know I'm tapped into something very, very powerful. And a lot of people don't like it, but I make people think. I honestly feel like with us being who we are the spirit, like I said. We start out as female in the womb anyway, correct? Is that right or wrong?
Right.
We start out as female in the womb. So why does it have to be a thing where people are not ready to like see the fact that it's possible that our brain could be born in the wrong gender? It's very possible. But since it's something they feel like they can't see, they feel like it's something we're choosing, and it's not something that we're choosing.
I mean, that's like explaining to them hermaphrodites.
Right. Intersex people. Mm-hmm.
Intersex individual. I mean, I don't know.
They're more accepting of that though because they can see it. You know what I mean? That's a physical. You can actually see.
Well, you know, even with that, Sunkee, they say that there's something wrong with. I'm like, no, this is how they were created. They're an intersex person. They have two parts. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, this person is born with an extra gift, and I mean, it's like me personally. I'm not like if that's that person's life. Listen, celebrate their uniqueness. I would never say it's a deformity. It's something that's unique.
Right.
You know, like you're able to be whatever you choose to be. Hell, we putting titties on. We getting weaves on. We get nails on.
And the men getting their hair done now. The men
hello.
Now. So anything.
Baby, we getting dick implants and ass implants, cheek implants. They trying to be muscular without doing the man. Please listen. We change our bodies each and every day, or don't nobody say nothing about it. What I do like about this whole thing is, even with all of this, we continue to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, y'all. We continue to fight and stand for who we are and in our truth. That takes me back to, hey, y'all in the comments, that takes me back to the civil rights movement. That takes me back to the women's rights movement. That takes me back to the segregation movement. That takes me back to all these movements that we've had throughout the years and since we've been on this planet. But now it's the transgender movement. Now it's the LGBTQ movement, because we are individuals too. Black, brown, whatever color, we are individuals too.
Right.
Just because you believe in a Bible that you don't live by does not mean that the God that you say you serve don't love me.
Right.
God created me just like he created you. And what's so crazy about people that say that they're Christians or whatever the case may be, how is it that we can be Christians and I'm making a segue right on back to your music in a second. How is it that people say that they're Christians or believe in God when the same Bible, the same God you say that you serve, the Bibles say, love thy neighbor as thyself. So if you don't love yourself, I can understand why you spewing so much hate at me. The
Right.
Bible also says, for God so loved the world that whosoever, he
You
didn't say
sure? You
white.
sure he said that? Because it sounds like he said, "For God so loves certain people, He only loves straight people."
Nah, baby, you go over there and
You
Google that
sure?
scripture.
You
For
sure?
God
Because
so
I
loved
don't
the
know now,
world.
King. Hold on, King Jive. I don't know. Cause it seems like the way they coming, baby, it sounds
Do I
like
need to
it's so
Google this
God,
real
so
quick?
love, so God so love certain people.
Let me see.
So
Go ahead,
God
I'm
only love the
listening.
straights. Cause I don't know the way they coming at our throat, honey. So God gave, I don't know, baby. Because the way they coming at the community, honey, it don't sound like it.
Let me
Because
see.
the world means that it's multiple people of different walks of life.
So Sunkee, let's do this. Since we gonna go there, praise God, we gonna go there. Since the people want to have a problem with the Bibles and they say the Bibles and we ain't doing what we supposed to be doing. The Bible say in John 3 and 16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. Now, if we stop right there, it say that whosoever, that's what it say right there, whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. He didn't say white people, he didn't say black people, he didn't say none of this stuff like that. He said, whomsoever believeth. Now, if you call yourself a Christian or whatever the case may be, then that falls in the same line. God don't have no respect of person. And while you out here pointing your fingers talking about sin, baby, let's focus on your sin. Oh, but we don't want to focus on your sin, do we? But we want to focus on somebody else's who you want to say that they sin. But see, Sunkee, this is why I always have to slap the shit out these folks all the time. If you got a problem with homosexuality, if you got a problem with homosexuals, you got a problem with homosexuals, why don't you go back to Genesis and see over in Genesis, it says that the angels came down from heaven and had sex with the men, the women, and the animals.
And then
Now,
let's not forget about the eunuchs they talked about in the Bible as well.
let me tell you something. See, all the eunuchs, see, they think eunuchs were people walk around with their dicks cut off. That wasn't a eunuch. That was over in Matthew's 19. See, Matthew's 19. I see. You know, Sunkee, you know, I'm a preacher now. You know what I'm saying? You know, over in Matthew's.
You know what you talk about, honey. You
Over
over
in
there. You know your Bible,
Matthew's
baby.
19. Let me see. Pull it up. Was it 1912? Oh, there you go. Right there. Oh, wait a minute. Let me highlight this for the people's back there in the bag. Y'all, we're not trying to have church tonight, but we just gonna have church tonight. In Matthew's 19, it says, clear as day, it says, but he said unto them, all men cannot receive this saying, save them to whom it is given. For there are some eunuchs, she told, who were born this from their mother's womb. And there are some eunuchs who were made of men. And there are some be eunuchs which were made themselves eunuchs for the kingdom of heaven's sake. He that is able to receive it, let him receive it. Now, let me also go into it and say it like this. I don't believe that a eunuch is a person walking around here with their meat cut off. I don't believe that because there are male eunuchs and
How they gonna
female.
survive? They gotta pee, baby. They gotta pee. If anything, they were castrated. If you ask me, that means the removal of their testicles. That's what I can see it being.
But
Eunuchs
see,
are people I feel like with that remove their testicles because then that would give them, I would say, feminization.
Well, see, I do believe that a eunuch is a person that decides to withstand, not to do anything at all. That's what I
Oh,
kind
okay,
of
I
think
see what you're saying.
that a eunuch is. But then there's another part of the scriptures over in Daniel where it says that Daniel made love to the prince of the eunuch.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about this music. Okay. They don't like this type of preaching right here. But your music, how long have you been working on your music?
I've been working on movies for a long time because, like I told you, I was Digidoo before. I was very well known before I came to LA as Digidoo. Everybody knew me as Digidoo or Auntie Jackie. So Digidoo was the male persona, of course. Auntie Jackie was everybody's auntie. Everybody knew her for saying, "I ain't got time." The crazy comedy. A lot of people knew me as that. But then, because like I told you, I moved to Los Angeles back in
Mhm.
2012, and once I got here, I met my producer by the name of Bruce Automatic. Shout outs to Bruce Automatic over there in Rage Entertainment. He's signed to Sony Music. He's worked with some of the biggest artists in the game, from Pink to Michael Jackson, everybody. So after I linked with him, we connected and we've been working ever since. And ever since then, I've been writing music and doing music since I was a child. Actually, I would say actually, because I recorded I recorded my first song in the studio was I think that was like I can't remember. I think I was like 12 or so. It's been a minute. Don't quote me, but it's been a minute. But then after that, I got to junior high school. My choir director, by the name of Dr. McPherson, he discovered that I had a voice. We went into the studio with the choir. I sung, in the studio as well. He did a couple songs for me as well. I think he produced New Kids on the Block. So, like, I've been just working ever since I can remember. Singing, rapping, all that type of stuff was in my bones. I was always creative as a child, and yeah, I just began to perfect that. And that's like my ministry. This is like my ministry. I have music where I put my struggles into my songs. That's kind of like my therapy, and yeah, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. I've been at this for a long time.
Okay. Well, listen, your music is coming out. This new single remix is coming out June the 2nd.
Yes, Down South Hoes. Yes, the Little Nas X remix.
So the Lil Nas X remix is coming out June the 2nd. I want you all to go and download, go and stream it, go and
Yes.
share it, share it, share it. I appreciate all of that. Saki, I appreciate you even coming on this
Thank you for having
afternoon.
me. I truly appreciate you reaching out to have me on. That really
I
matters to
you
me.
know, I appreciate you. I'm grateful. I'm grateful and humble. So,
Yeah.
a lot of people, they feel like, because whatever their name is out there, or they get a few numbers to carry on, they think that they're up here.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you always have to appreciate the people that constantly love you, that show love,
Absolutely.
because again, if it's not for the people, you wouldn't be where you are.
That's facts. That's big facts.
You
I
know,
strongly believe in that. I don't care how big I get, how many numbers. I don't care about none of that. At the end of the day, I think what has gotten me thus far is the connection that I have with the people. You know what I mean? I think if it wasn't for me being so vulnerable, you know what I mean, and actually sharing the dark side of the things I've gone through in life, people wouldn't really connect. It would be some type of disconnect with me and people. I think people would just see me as a gimmick. You know what I mean? But people have actually connected outside of the character, with me as a person, and I've helped people to come into their identities, and I've stopped people from committing suicide, just living in my truth. So to me, that's what it's about. It's about purpose. And when I can connect with someone who is genuine enough to have me on their platform to shine my light, I take that it's not going unnoticed. That's a big thing for me. You know what I mean?
absolutely. Because ultimately, and I've done this with so many people, shared my platform. This is not about me, it's about sharing
Mm-hmm.
and promoting other people and everything. And so, even being a same gender loving man, I'm like what you just said. Even me being who I am and living my truth, I have truly helped so many people out, and just being a light.
Yes.
People don't think that you can be a light, but being a light in my place, being a light and helping people along the way. Because my job is while I'm down here, and our job is while we're down here on this earth to help somebody else while you're on your way to your destiny. Help somebody else along the way.
That's right.
Because the more you help people along the way, baby, that's the more when you get to your place, somebody's gonna say,
Absolutely.
I remember that person. I remember
Absolutely.
the things that they did. Now everybody gonna have good stuff to say about you, but
Yeah.
make sure
It
as you're
comes with the
traveling.
territory. That comes with the territory. It's gonna be. I feel like I said, it makes it kind of worse when you are something that people think you're not supposed to be.
Mhm,
Like I said, a lot of people don't want to see me in power, or people like me in power. So when we get any ounce of power, any ounce of platform, they want to deplatform you, or they want to try to speak down and try to pull you off that throne. Especially if you're pioneering. I'm doing something that's never been done before. I'm pioneering, and I had to recognize and really fully walk in that. Like, girl, you're doing something that's never been done, and that's
mhm,
okay. You know what I mean? It's scary at times, but fear, if it don't scare you, they say if it don't scare you, you ain't going the right way. You know, it has to be somewhat challenging when you're stepping into something that's never been done, or that's it's new. It's a new thing happening. I think just it's time though. We can't continue to keep pushing trans people out the way because they're trans. We have
mhm,
something to offer too. We have a voice too. We're not
mhm.
just on the stroll selling asshole. We're talented people. You know what I mean? And I'd be damned if I let anybody try to condense me down to just the title of trans. Like, no, I'm trans, but I'm beautiful. I have personality. I'm helping people. I've changed lives. I'm a great artist. It's so much more to me than just trans. I only focus on trans because that's what people are focusing on. If people
Well,
focus on the
you're not
soul,
just
if
that.
people focus on the soul, I wouldn't even mention that I was trans. But I only bring it up because I'm owning it. First, I'm proud of it. I'm not ashamed of it. But it's because people are the ones who are like trans this, trans that, trans this, trans that. So I'm letting them know I'm proud of my trans. I'm proud.
Not only that, but the thing is, it's like if people can get past the sexual part of it,
Yes.
look at the person,
The
look at
physical.
talent, look at the ability, look at what they do,
Yes.
you know,
Look at what they contribute to the world.
and what they bring to the table. You're not just focused on like, oh, I'm cute, I'm one of
Right.
the cute girls. No,
Right.
like you're a content creator, you're a artist, you're a musical artist, you out here promoting
I'm a
music.
producer. I'm a direct. I've been producing videos way before I left Montgomery. I was shooting movies going viral in Montgomery. You know what I mean? With a ragged ass camera that I got from my auntie. You know what I mean? Using what I had though, and I believe in it. Sometimes you got to use what you got to make
Mhm.
stuff happen. So I was using cameras. My stuff was going viral way before I got to LA. You know what I mean? So it's like there have been people who have seen me doing what I'm doing, but they, like I said, for some reason, they see my power and what I'm bringing with, and they've seen what I've been able to do with a little bit, and that intimidates people. They like, well, how the hell we gotta pay thousands to do, you know what I mean? It's a lot of things I've seen. Sometimes people be mad because you have a little bit and you make it pop with a little when they got a lot, and it still ain't even hitting like your shit hitting with a little. Okay, so it's a lot of levels to this. That's why I always tell people use what you got. I don't care if you got to tie a shoestring to the ceiling and let it hold your camera to record you. Use what you got, because if you're meant to do something that you're called to do, that provision is going to be made through some of the items and the resources that you have right around you. It might not be the best, but if you got it, use it, because I've done that and it has worked for me. And that has intimidated the hell out of people. I'm telling you, when people see that you can take nothing and turn it into something, it's like, well, hold on, wait. She come and look. They want to try to slow you down. They're gonna try to stop you and try to slow you down. They're gonna try to discredit you to make you feel like you are nobody. You ain't hidden. Like they want to try to they have to take bites and pieces out of you, and that's the
Mhm.
only success that they're able to get on their own.
It's,
Most of these people need
it's
a
about
crew and
tearing
a
you down.
team. Most of these people need a crew and a team to come up against me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've had people to have behind the scenes. I'm talking about now. This is not me making it up. I'm not crazy. I ain't paranoid. I ain't schizophrenic. I ain't none of that these
Sharky,
people
you
say I
ain't
was.
talking to nobody. Baby, you listen here. I know. Go ahead, keep talking.
You hear me? People have tried to say I'm crazy. I'm imagining stuff. I'm making stuff up. But no, baby, I'm not gonna make it up. When I come into the room, it's all love. My hands is out. I love you. I'm gonna show love because I know what it's like to be overlooked and to be overshadowed. So I try to give what wasn't given to me. So when I come in the room, it's love, it's life, it's peace, it's me showering you with love and letting you know I see you. I see you. I see you. Like you standing right there. I see everything you've been doing. I see look, I know I seen when you started. I see you. So I want that same respect, and that's what I'm fighting for. And I'm not gonna stop till I get it. You hear me? I'm not gonna stop until I get it.
And see, the thing about that is, it's like people take it. It takes teams of people to try to tear you down.
Yes.
When you really have purpose, when you
That's
really
when you
have,
know. That's when you know.
when you really have the gift and the ability, it doesn't matter what you do, what they do.
Yep.
You keep fighting. You know, I'm going through a whole rebranding little session in my life. I have rebranded time and time again because just being better, just making things better. And
Yes.
people feel like because you're going through that season in your life that there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong. There always comes a time where you get low before elevation.
Absolutely.
Anytime that they're building stairs, they have to pile on. I feel like I'm preaching now. You got to
No,
pile
you
on
definitely
concrete,
going somewhere,
and they got
baby.
to level that stuff out, right?
Yeah.
And then they got to build up another foundation and level that one out again. Then they got to build up another foundation. See, that's the thing about us. We're constantly being built up, leveled out,
Right.
built up, leveled out.
Right.
Because once I'm built up on this level, it's time to level this section and build up and go a little higher. And you gotta build the right way. Your foundation has to be built the right way. That's why for some of us, when we're getting built, we go through things, we go through pressure, we go through changes, because when we get to that point of our destiny,
it's needed.
When we get to that point of our destiny, the foundation has to be right.
That's
Everything,
right.
because you don't want to fall.
Yeah.
You don't. This is why I came out. This is why I live in my truth. I never want somebody to be able to say, I never want somebody to be able to say, child, he been lying all this time. No, baby, I've been living in my truth all this time.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something, Sunkee, people get mad because I do what I do. And then they get mad because they can't find nothing on me. So then they'll sit out here and say, I don't like him. He's da 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 da.
They start making up stuff. Because it's like,
well, that's what I'm saying. The stuff they talk about didn't make up.
Yeah.
So it's like,
you take the power away when you take ownership of your truth. But in my case, I use my truth and spit it in the booth. Okay? Give them something they can feel like when sugar get in their tube. Don't get me to start rapping up because I put it in my music. You know what I mean? It's real. It's real. You take the power away when you take ownership of your truth. Me, like most people know, I'm HIV positive. I came out about my status in 2014 2016. I was diagnosed in 2014. I wasn't ready right away, of course. I had to gather myself, but spirit was like, come out.
Well, see, I didn't know that, but
come out.
You said 2001?
2014.
And what year is it?
2023.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So spirit was like, come out, because if you don't come out, they gonna eat your ass up with that information once they figure it out. You might as well go on just in your right time, come out, because they gonna try to tear you up with it. You know they gonna try to tear you up with it. They get out. So don't even give them that power. Spirit was literally talking like something was telling me, okay, Sunkee, you need to own it. Own that, because they gonna try to use it against you. And if they do, it ain't gonna be too good for you mentally. So go ahead and get yourself to that point. It's gonna be something you're gonna have to be. You're gonna have to do this. And I found that was one of my purposes, coming out about my status and helping people. I have so many people coming to me now since coming out. My story was very big on YouTube and Facebook and all over social media about me being positive. So many gays and trans people still come to me to this day talking about how they don't have support and they think they might be positive or they are positive, and I'm there to let them know you can still have a positive life with a positive diagnosis. This is not the end of the world for you. I'm not saying rejoice. I'm not telling people, hey, go be positive. I'm saying that if you come across this disease, you can live and you will live. you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay.
It's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world. But even me saying what I'm saying, I have seen parents and people and certain people trying to make it seem like I'm kind of like okaying them, like, or I'm telling, almost like talking to me like you encouraging. No, I'm not encouraging. Why would I encourage somebody to be positive, baby? What's going on in your head? Where your head at? No, I'm saying, because some people don't be positive from having sex. Some people are positive from needles or whatever. It could go so many different ways. People shooting up, whatever the case may be. Some people are born positive. So there are many ways to be positive. But I'm just saying, if you so happen to be positive, you can live. It might be a little difficult, but what road isn't? There are people, we all gonna die from something. We all dying slowly. We all gonna die. The older we get, and we one breath away, anything, one car accident away from death. It can happen anywhere into anybody. So the people who I feel like who made fun of me when COVID came around, I feel like that kind of gave a lot of people who speak down on positive people that scare, because kind of COVID, even though it's not HIV, to me, I feel like COVID was kind of like, you know what I mean. I think a lot of people was just like in that type of fear. The same fear we had to go through with a disease we already didn't accept it. You know what I mean? So, you know, life has its way of balancing and humbling all of us. I haven't been no perfect angel all my life. I've had to learn lessons. I've dealt with karma with things I had to learn that I've done in the past as well. But I think it's about taking accountability and trying to be a better person. Because my conscience gonna eat me up. If I do something wrong, my conscience it ain't gonna let me live. I can't speak for nobody else. But for me, it's gonna eat me up. That's just the bottom line. If I do anything wrong, it's going to eat me up. Okay? So, yeah.
Well, Sunkee, listen, I appreciate you taking this time out. We didn't been here, and you've been sharing with the people, and I'm grateful that you are here and telling your story.
I'm thankful to be here.
And also sharing your music. Listen, you all, June the 2nd.
That's right. Make sure y'all tap in. Spread the news, honey. This is a remix. This is fair use. This is not going to be on Spotify or iTunes. This is SoundCloud. This is YouTube and all that good stuff. But hopefully soon we can have a actual remix where we can actually get on the song. This is a remix that I shot and produced myself. So just in case anybody want to know. But it's going to be lit. We're going to wake it up. We're going to wake it up a little bit and have some fun, you know.
And listen, Sunkee has a huge following on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. See, the girls think, you know what I'm saying, she's been in the game for a minute.
I've been in the game for a long time. That's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, I think just because I'm not, for some people, I think some people may feel like just because I'm not doing shows like Souf, Santana and all of them, you got to understand, if I was a gay artist, it would have been way before. They know who I am. They know. Like, I mean, honestly, I love everybody, but let's not be delayed and like people don't know who Digidoo was or Auntie Jackie. If you in this community, you done heard about me and seen me somewhere. I've been doing this for a long time, and that's why I'm saying when I transitioned to become Sunkee, it was kind of like I had to wipe the slate clean. I had to start over. And it's like now I'm a trans woman, so to certain people, it turned certain people off. You know, it went a lot of ways. Like, I've had gay artists, I've talked to gay men who have told me, I ain't gonna mention no names, they are trans, but they don't want to transition because if they transition, they might lose their fan base.
Yep.
So you see what I'm saying, how it can go? Like, when you actually decide to come into your truth, you kind of like wiping the slate clean and having to start all over again as a new identity. And that identity can cause some things to kind of like come up in the midst. Okay. So yeah, I'm just because I'm not on stage and touring right now, like Souf, Santana, Rest, when I love them to death, they have broken major barriers. I'm happy for them. That does not mean that I haven't put in the work independently. You know, you can be an independent, successful artist, and I have been that. You know what I mean? And it's only getting better from here. So I'm excited. Like you said, you are absolutely correct. We have to give props what props do, and you doing it. I appreciate that, because some people don't. Some people don't. So that's why I'm trying to get you to understand that I'm thankful that you're doing this, because there have been people in the community, inside my community, who have tried to take away from me when I've done nothing but have given them their props. From the day I met them, from the day they started, it's been all love from over here. I can't speak for nobody else from over here. It's been all love. But some people see me in the power that I possess on my own, and or maybe because I didn't do it the way they did it, and they want to try to like spit on me. And it's like, well, girl, what you spitting on me for? You know what I mean? Like, what the hell I did to you? Right. You know what I'm saying? You know how I can be in our community.
Yeah, I know.
It ain't everybody, but you know how it can be inside of the community, within the Black community, or even in the Black LGBT community. Okay, So I'm speaking on my experience. My experiences have been a little hell. It's been my own people attacking me. So when I see somebody like you saying, hey, come on my show, I'm finna give you your flowers. I'm finna let you know I see you. I appreciate you. You recognize what I'm doing. I'm recognizing what you're doing. That to me is what it's about. To me, you're an example for what it's like to be able to show trans women how they should be treated by everyone. So I truly appreciate you from the bottom of my heart and my soul for allowing me on your platform.
Thank you. Well, listen, you all, I want you all to go and support Sunkee. I want you all to go and June the 2nd, which
Yes.
is a couple of weeks away. You
Yes.
all go and support her also. Remember, like I told you all, we have a big event coming up June 17th. Make sure you come to St. Pete, Florida for Shades of Pride, where your boy, King Giles, will be live with my sister, T.S. Madison, and we will be having an amazing show that day, along with other artists, the Poetry Slam, the Ball Extravaganza, and so much more. Listen, we got this show coming up. But again, Sunkee, I want to say thank you so much. And just stick around. Let me go ahead and close out. And just let me close out, okay?
Okay.
Listen, you all, I want to say thank you to Sunkee Angel for coming on the show and sharing with us her new music that's about to drop, her remix that she did from Lil Nas song, Down South Hoes. Listen, I'm grateful for the opportunity to share with other people, other content creators, other artists. Listen, if you have enjoyed the show, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that share button. Please make sure you follow me, follow Sunkee on all platforms, all social media platforms. Guess what? I am not out of Showtime. Yes, I am. I'm lying because I am out of Showtime. I'm out of Showtime, but I'm not out of having fun. Peace out, y'all. Thank y'all for being on tonight. Talk to you later. Bye.